Hello everyone, and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator VR. It's been a little while since we did one of our wash talks, but that's mainly because I've been busy. July was a full month. A lot happened. I was going to do one of these at the end of July, but I had just come back from a road trip, and I was uh, a bit weary from that, so I opted not to. I also broke my toe, which did not help. Standing around trying to VR with a broken toe it was not pleasant. So anyway, we shall get into that. Let's start by cleaning the helicopter. Hey, FA, we've got one heck of a dirty copter on our hands. Your buddy Cal got himself into a real spot of bother up on Mount Rushless. Poor guy was so delirious from volcanic fumes he thought the mayor's hellish feline was up there with him. He's fine now, but the copter looks like something dug up from the bowels of the earth, which it nearly was. We've got TV crews arriving later, so if you can do what you do so well, it'd sure get us out of a jam. Thanks again, pal. Of course. Let's begin. Yeah, so I had mentioned in the last wash talk that we did that I was planning on going on a road trip. Now with washing the camper, and actually we took a camper road trip. This is a big helicopter. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, so hold on. What solution is that? We don't want to use that solution. We'll use this. Oh, it's very dirty. Very dirty indeed. Yeah, I had mentioned in the last wash talk, I think that one was titled Talking Camp, that I was going on a road trip with a friend of mine, a longtime friend of the channel, I've seen his, you may have seen one of his comments down below. He does leave so good comments around. I always love seeing his comments, although haven't really seen him commenting a lot on the last few videos. He must be as busy as I am, honestly. But yeah, we went on a road trip together. If you haven't if you haven't watched the last wash talk, I do go over that we are planning on going on this trip. Didn't really go into huge amounts of detail as to where we were going. I figured I'd talk about that in this episode. Is that clean? It looks clean. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first, yes, 4th of July. I was away 4th of July as well. I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and camped there with my parents. It was a fun time. There was fireworks in Salem, Marblehead, Beverly, Swampscott. It was like a 360-degree view of fireworks all around us. It was quite spectacular. Camping there with my aunt and uncle as well. We did some fun stuff, like we went to watch a parade called, I think it's the Horrible Parade? I think that's what it was called. That was fun. We also played Frisbee Golf, which I have really been enjoying. Frisbee Golf, have my own set, which is great. I'll make a Frisbee Golf VR game. That'd be fun. Anyway, yeah, gotcha. You're trying to hide from me. There's no hiding from me. I am the Dirt Master. The anti-Dirt Master. Yeah, get that. There we go. Yeah. So that was my 4th of July. Fun camping. Did a lot of camping actually in the last month. Well, if you count the road trip I did camping, which I was in a camper, I guess you could count it as camping, although we stayed at a number of different places along the road, including a couple museums. We went to the Iroquois Museum, in... I'm trying to remember the name of the town we were in. I forget. I went to the Iroquois Museum. That was our first stop. Had some cool tidbits about the Native American populations in that area of New York. But the one that I really enjoyed was the Glenn Curtis Museum up in Hammondsport, New York. That was great. For those of you who do not know who... hold on. We have the metal solution. We have metal. And we need... That's plastic. We need metal. Out of metal. Hold on. I need to buy metal. Metal. And buy all their metal. There. For those of you who do not know who Glenn Curtis is, he was one of the fathers of American aviation. Basically, the Wright brothers did it first, but he did it better, essentially. He actually had quite a... Well, the Wright brothers had quite a beef with him. I'm not sure if he really, had the beef. I think it was they had the beef with him because they saw him kind of stepping on their turf. Because what he did was he started off his career by making bicycles, because he was big into bike racing, and then he heard that they were putting motors on bicycles, so he thought, I could do that, and so he started putting motors on his bicycles, and he started making motors, and I believe he actually made the first V8 engine. Which he put on a bike, which is cool. He enjoyed racing as well as building new bikes and what have you. And he was known as Evil Knievel of his time, which is pretty cool. I mean, I had heard of him. I didn't know a huge amount about him. And my dad really likes the Glenn Curtis Museum. He's been there before. That's why one of the reasons why he, set us up to stay there with the Army, because it's like, oh, nope, hold on. Yes, do you have something to say? You got something to say? Messages. Hey, when you got yourself over here quick as you can, we got an urgent one for you, thanks. I'm telling you, Doc, even if I'm goosed on CO2, I can still tell the difference between a limping ginger tomcat and a pyroclastic flow. Huh. Okay. Not sure why people have to chime in. Just let me do my job. That's what I'm here for. Let me do my job, and we can talk about the kind of thing later, when I'm off the clock. Paid by the hour here. But anyway, so Glenn Curtis, yes, so he basically built lightweight engines for his bicycle to make him faster. And I forget exactly who it was, but there was another aviator who heard about him and his lightweight engines and just like, hey, could you make me an engine that could, go on an airplane? Now, he had no interest at the time in aviation at all. He did not think very highly of it. But, job was a job, so he did it. And while he was working on the project, he fell in love with aviation. And the rest, as they say, is history. Highly recommend checking out the Glenn Curtis Museum, by the way. It's very fun. Had an hour-long presentation about Glenn Curtis and his life and his beef with the Wrights. He also had there was a competition. I think it was a magazine. I forget what magazine it was, but they basically were trying to get the Wright brothers to fly their plane in public, because so far they had only flown in private showings for the press and what have you. They hadn't really shown it off to the public that much, and this magazine was trying to get them to do that. So they had like some kind of monetary reward for whoever could fly. I forget exactly what the competition was, but Glenn Curtis looked at that and was like, I could do that. So he did it, and he won a bunch of money for it, which again did not make him favorable in the eyes of the Wright brothers. So yeah, he also was the first one to come up with designs for launching planes from boats. Because before it was just like, oh, it's all about on a track, or like have them go down a runway or what have you. But he was like, what if we could launch them from a boat? That would really revolutionize the the Air Force. So he designed that, and it is, well, yeah, we have carriers today, aircraft carriers that have planes on it, and yeah, originally it was, Glenn Curtis who came up with the idea, which is cool. I did not know that. It's very fun learning about this history. I'm glad that we stopped over at that, and my friend, of course, I went on the road trip with, big history buff. So he was very happy with it as well. But yeah, so we had a great time. On our road trip. We stayed at 3 places, 2 museums, and 1 farm. Actually, we were able to partake some of the local farm goods, including some of the wine that they made on the premises, which was fun. Yeah, it was a nice relaxing time, although it was unfortunate that I was suffering from a broken toe at the time. I had broken it the previous week, actually not even working, which is funny, although I probably wouldn't have broken it working because I have like steel-toed boots. But I was at my church picnic, and it was right after church, of course, so I had my beach clothes, but I failed to remember to bring a beach shoes. So rather than scuff up my nice church shoes, I decided, hey, I'm just going to walk around barefoot. Terrible idea. I ended up kicking a rock that was half buried in the sand, and I broke my toe. Not badly. I was still able to walk on it, but it was very uncomfortable. And it made doing the road trip difficult because I was the only one who could drive the RV. Me being the only one of us who was insured for it. So, yeah, it was. Yeah, it's good. He's talking to me again. Honestly, can you not just let me? What's this? One thing's for sure, letting the chief know my predicament saved my smoky bacon. I owe you one. Yeah, you owe me more than one. I mean, you're gonna owe me quite a. How much am I getting paid for this job? This job is, well, so far, and 40% done, and it's gonna be $51 for 40%. So you do the math on that. I guess maybe is it $400 in total if I complete everything? I usually complete everything. I don't like leaving a job unfinished. But yeah, so the broken toe did not help, but we got through it. We powered through it. We were rolling through the fields and the hills of New York. And my friend who came with me, he had a special task on this trip. He wanted to find an accordion. So he was like dredging through like the Facebook Marketplace looking for an accordion. And he honestly, he told me this, that he wasn't really expecting to find anything, but he actually did. He found an accordion. Actually, it was an old accordion. I think it was from the 1800s. I don't remember exactly what the date was, but yeah, that's an old accordion. But yeah, he's like, hey, can we take a quick detour? I forget what the town's name is. It's over near Albany. I'm sure I'm going to remember it later. It's put on the spot. I'm terrible. But yeah, it was not far out of our way, and I said, hey, what are road trips for? Other than, going on kind of side little detours and what have you. Because we had already gone on a couple detours already. One detour we did was to go and try to find a place to swim. Because the place that near where we were staying at, we were going to go swim there on one of the really hot days, and it was closed to the public because they were doing swim practice there. It's like, oh, well, okay. So we basically are wanting to somewhere to swim. So he went on the interwebs and he found a place that was not far out of our trek, and so we stopped. We went for a swim. We had fun, and then we left. But yeah, I mean, part of the road trip, I feel like, it's not just like, oh, we have a set plan. Well, there's kind of a set plan because we're staying at certain places every day. So you got to be at that place that you're staying at because you're registered to stay there. But for instance, if you're on the way there and it's just like, hey, let's check out this while we're, passing by. It's not that far off our route. And it's like, sure, let's go do that. Yeah, we did that several times on our trip, which was fun. And yeah, we had a great time. I was also able to introduce my friend to my newest obsession, which I also just found from. Put that. Okay, here. No, put that. Which I also just found the last. Well, has it been the last month? Have I been obsessed with it for over a month? It was early. I think about a month. Early July, right after coming back from camping in Salem, I was captivated by the indie series Murder Drones, which I had heard about, but I hadn't really gone into, because I really like to watch, like animation stuff on YouTube and on Prime and Netflix and all that other stuff. I enjoy it, and I especially like it when it is, like a nice, cool, original idea. Like, there are a lot of different shows out there that are, I mean, they're cool, but Murder Drones came around, it's like a fresh idea. And like I said, I had heard about it before. I was familiar, the producers of the show, the Glitch on YouTube, I was familiar with another show that they did called The Amazing Digital Circus. You may have heard of it. It broke the internet last year. And I had seen the videos on YouTube that had, like, the Murder Drones, because when I first started watching The Amazing Digital Circus on YouTube, they were still releasing the final episodes of Murder Drones. So I was getting notifications being, after subscribing to Glitch and starting to watch the episodes of Amazing Digital Circus, I would get notifications being like, hey, new episode of Murder Drones. And I was like, no thanks, I think I'm good. I have, other things to watch. And my goodness, I was honestly, I was sitting on a perfect opportunity to get into Murder Drones then, because my goodness, Murder Drones is fantastic. It is a story about robot workers after humanity kind of killed themselves off on their planet because of their own hubris, and they're just like, well, humans are gone, I guess we're in charge now, so yeah, we're just going to take over where they left off. And it's fun. It is a fun story about robots living their best lives until the corporation that made them back on Earth is like, no, you're our property, and we don't like what you're doing. You are beholden to us. So they send killer robots called disassembly drones, or particularly particular murder drones to go and wipe them out. And yeah, I remember watching the pilot. Actually, it came out on Prime, which was fantastic. Because I think it's great that a indie animation that started off on YouTube is now actually on Prime, because, well, not everyone watches YouTube. A lot of people watch Prime. A lot of people are turned off, watching YouTube because of all the ads and all that. And oh, hold on, I got another new thing. What's going on? Well, guess who's copter pilot now? Anyway, it threw the text on a date, so I better go. Oh, he's on a date, is he? Oh. But yeah, so it came out on Prime. It was recommended to me on Prime, which is how I found it, because I watched another. Like I said, I watched a bunch of other like animation projects and series on Prime, including Invincible, which I enjoy. This one was recommended to me via Prime, and I was like, oh, I remember seeing that on YouTube. It's on Prime now? Oh, cool, I'll check it out. Yeah, because that was one nice thing I saw the Amazing Digital Circus went on Netflix with, because, oh my goodness, I don't have to worry about the stupid ads just popping up. And I suppose I could get, YouTube Premium or what have you, but honestly, I have Netflix, and I watch, YouTube, and I watch a lot of other stuff on YouTube, but if I don't have to watch it on YouTube, then I guess I won't watch it on YouTube. So, yeah. Anyway, I found it. I love it. Highly recommend Murder Drone. I've already bought a bunch of their merch already. And apparently, you can find their stuff at Hot Topic, which is really cool. It fits with Murder Drones, I think, Hot Topic. Oh, they have Digital Circus stuff there as well. So, yeah, I guess glitch stuff in general can be found at Hot Topic. Hot Topic! Yeah. Anyway, yeah, highly recommend Murder Drones. Very good. And, yeah. We're getting through this. So, talked about, let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh, I went camping a bunch in the last month, honestly. I went to Salem with my parents. I went on my road trip. We're going to count the road trip camping because we're staying in the camper. Yeah, we'll count it as camping. But I also... Can I get up on there? Probably not. I can actually... Hold on. There. And aim. Just wash it off from there. There we go. Oh, there's a soccer ball over there. I almost said football. It's like, no, we're in America. It's a soccer ball. What am I, British? Anyway, yeah, so I went camping with parents, like I said, in Salem for 4th of July weekend. Then I went on my road trip a couple of weeks ago with my friend, which was a couple of weeks after 4th of July. And then I went, I just got back home from it today. Don't think it's the day that the recording is going out, but I went on my annual trip with my friends. We get a group site. This year we went to Greenfield State Park in New Hampshire, which was a grand old time. There was not a lot of us this year. Everyone was stuff going on, family stuff, what have you. And unfortunately, this group has been kind of shrinking over the years, and I'm hoping that we can, get more, bit bigger group. But there was 4 of us for, let's see, the first night there were 4 of us. The second night there were 5 of us. The 6th night there was, I say 6th night? I did, didn't I? First night there were 4 of us. Second night there were 5 of us. Third night there were 7 of us. Fourth night we were down to 6 again. hold up, I'm math correct on this. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because someone left the night before. They weren't sleeping right. Not everyone can sleep well camping. I mean, I'm one of those people that camped most of my childhood with my family in various ways. So I am pretty good when it comes to sleeping out in the woods or camping in general. But I can understand some people, you know, out in the middle of the woods, they might not be used to it. So they, wow, honestly, I mean, the first night is always the worst for me because you're not used to being out there. But yeah, I think we were there Wednesday through Sunday. So that was, what was that, 5 days? Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 5 days. So yeah, we had one person leave. Can I teleport? I guess I'll just drop. I'll just drop down. Hooah! We had one person leave the Saturday night. We had a couple people actually come up and just visit on Friday and on Saturday. They didn't stay over. They just came and spent the day with us, which was fun. Yeah, they, I guess, are not super into camping, but they did want to come hang out. Which I can understand. You know, we want to go out and spend time with friends out in nature, but you don't actually want to stay in nature. I love staying in nature. I sleep in my hammock. Okay, nothing here. I sleep in my hammock, which is fantastic. Actually, one of my friends who came camping with us this past weekend, he had a hammock tent. Now, I don't have a hammock tent. I just have a normal hammock. But I have a hammock stand that I put it on inside, like, one of those pop-up screen houses. So it's a little bit nicer than just, like, a hammock hung up in the woods under, like, a couple trees. Come on. Come on. Right there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I have looked at tent hammocks before. I'm not really sure I like the idea because it's like it seems very restrictive. You're in an enclosed space with the the screen and everything, so there's very limited. Like I move around a lot when I sleep, so being in a hammock, a deep one where you're not going to just like roll out of it by accident, is a must for me. Which is why I like my hammock and my hammock stand when I do go camping. But yeah, I do try to stay outside whenever possible. Even when I'm camping with my parents and they're in the RV, I like to sleep outside. Because like, what's the point of camping if you're not going to sleep outside? Now, granted, when I did my road trip with my friend, I did sleep inside the RV. There's a couple of like beds in the back, and I just well, when you are moving every single day, it's not as good of an idea to have like something that you're setting up. Like you set up the slide for the RV, and that's pretty much it. If there's power and water, you plug those in. But that's ultimately all you do. But when you are going somewhere and you're staying at that place the entire time you're camping, I don't see a problem with setting up a permanent sleeping place outside, be it in a tent or in a tent or what have you. Gee, I should have called this episode Talking Camp. The last one I said Talking Camp, talking about the road trip and other things coming up. Although maybe no one has seen it yet, and I can actually change the name and no one will notice because no one's actually watched the video yet. There's an idea. That doesn't seem very honest though, all things considered. Gonna clean in these sirens. Big old megaphones. Anyway, I am curious, what is the viewer, what is your favorite method of camping? Did I already ask that? I might have already asked that in the last episode. I don't know. This past month has been crazy busy, so I apologize if I am repeating questions, because, my goodness, July was so packed full of stuff. Which I appreciate. I enjoy having a busy summer, especially when work is not quite as busy. It's mainly, like, my job that I do, summer is basically maintenance. So there's not a huge amount of stuff to plant, there's not a huge amount of stuff to really, projects or what have you. It's mainly just maintenance, maintaining, the gardens, the lawns, that kind of thing. So I don't really, the summer, once fall comes around, then I'm gonna get busy again and work busy. But the summer is nice because not a huge amount, so I can take more extended weekends, which is nice. It's nice to have an extended weekend, especially if you spend it with friends and family. Oops. Can I... Hold on. Right, okay. Hold on. I have that. I can bring that over to... Pop down. Now I can wash this. Haha! But yes, if I have already asked that question about what's your favorite method of camping and where you like to camp, maybe you have a camping tradition. Like with my friends, we have a camping tradition where we camp at a group site every second weekend of August. We get a group site, which is great. I highly enjoy it. So maybe you have something like that you do with either friends or family. Curious minds wish to know. Ooh, there we go. Spin it. Spin it. Clip. There we go. And I gotta clean that blade. Get down and clean all this. Can't get much lower than that. There's more dirt up top. I see dirt up there. There's more dirt to be found. Yes, I gotta take care of this rotor over here. I remember doing that tower. Good to see they're keeping it clean this time. Yeah, so on this trip with my friends over the weekend, we didn't really do a huge amount. We went out a few times, eat and to check out a couple markets. There was a night market nearby to where we were camping, and then there was a farmer's market actually earlier today before we actually left. We checked out a farmer's market. But yeah, there was a lot of times we would often go out and we were on the Cape. We went to the Glass Museum. We learned about the history of the sandwich glass industry. But yeah, we didn't really do that this year, which is sad and unfortunate, but hey, you know what? I mean, we still had fun. We hung around. It was a nice, relaxing weekend. Plenty of food. Well, everyone brings snacks. despite the fact we have a sign-up sheet and being like, okay, so have a couple people sign up to actually just bring snacks, and then everyone brings snacks to share, and just like, okay, we have quite a selection of snacks, and then everything eventually gets opened. So we have all these open bags of snacks. But yeah, how we doing? 98%. Okay. Check the rotors. Walk out on the rotors. I'm not sure this is really appropriate for me to be out here doing this on the rotor. I feel like this would be a very bad idea. Ooh, look at that. 2D bushes. Okay, you gotta go over there. Let's see, what else? What else did I do this past month, other than camp and become obsessed with murder drones? Oh, yes, I did introduce my mother, my two of my closest friends to murder drones, which I actually watched with my mom, and one of them I watched through the series in its entirety, pausing every so often to point out, just like, oh yeah, look at this, I missed this on my first watch through, and that ties into something that happens later. 99% clean. So yeah, I also watched a lot of videos about, breaking down every episode, all the hidden stuff you may have missed, the timeline of the story. Oh, there's our mess over there. Look at that. Whoop. Oh my goodness. Broke more than my toe with that. But yeah, so I tried to also introduce it to my brother, who was camping with us this past weekend. He said he was going to check it out, but he has a lot of stuff that he is watching right now. And I'm hoping that he will watch it, because I would love to talk with him about it. It's a very short series, like 8 episodes. And all the episodes are like less than half an hour. I think maybe the pilot was about half an hour, and all the other episodes are around like 20 to 25 minutes. Question mark? Maybe. Well, I mean, they're very dense. They're very dense episodes. Hold on. Landing gears times 3, tires times 3, windows times 3. I'm missing windows. Oh, here we go. There's the tires right there. I want that. The music in in Murder Drones as well is killer. It is some of the best music I have seen from like an indie project. Absolutely fantastic. The voice acting is great too. Actually, it has Michael Kovac, who is in, I think, every single indie series I have ever watched. He's in The Amazing Digital Circus. He's in Has Been Hotel. Or actually, was he? No, he was in the pilot of Has Been Hotel, but I don't think he was in the series proper. I think they got someone else. He might have not been able to do it because he was doing The Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know. But he has been in a lot of series. Oh. This didn't go ping. This makes me think that it's still dirty. But I'm not seeing it. Hold on. There we go. Landing gears times 3. Just the landing gear here? Yeah, the landing gear. Where's the dirt? Landing gear leg. This is landing gear. Is it in like little bits in here? Oh, here we go. I'm seeing some of it. Yeah, Michael Kovac, though. Oh, yes, that's great range. Like, the character he plays in Murder Drones, complete 180 from the character he plays in The Amazing Digital Circus. It is, like, he has such great range. There we go. Whoop. Oh, you gotta get it from the top. Hold on. Gotta wash it from the top. There we go. There we go. Just go to the other side and just wash the top down from... Like, crouch. There we go. Get all this stuff. Get all in here. Washing, washing, washing. We have two more tires. I think this one of the tires that's still dirty. This might be one of the tires that's still dirty. There we go. That's the landing gear. Oh yeah, there we go. Here we go. It's right on the very bottom. We gotta get landing gears, tires, window 3, times 3. Okay. You gotta get around the rim of these, get the landing gear, wash it in all little nooks and crannies. There we go. We got the windows left to do. Window, that's the cockpit door. That is a... Oh, getting too close to my barrier. That happens to me a lot. Just meandering about and I just get too close. I imagine, yeah, the windows are here. Let's get up on the front and take a peek. Are there any windows on the side? Yeah, there are a couple windows on the side. But the windows look like they're all in the front here. So we'll just have to find... Aha! There you are! We have 3 that need to be cleaned. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Hey! We did it! We have done it! We have cleaned the chopper. Clean up the chopper! Alright. Love this. One more time. Fast forward. Yeah. Flawless again. You're a class act, FA. As it happens, when the TV crews and senators found out we'd only rescued Cal and not the cat, they were a no-show. Still, at least the chopper will be nice and clean to go back to Columbus. Thanks again. You're welcome here anytime. And if you ever fancy adding an element of danger to your hose work, let me know. I'll put the word in. Oh, I think I'm good. Oh, I got 600. Very nice. Okay, I've got to find the center of my play area before I do anything else. Here we go. Alright, clean the SUV. Is that? Hold on. That is the only one we have currently. Clean the SUV. Okay, so we'll do this. I guess we'll wrap up with this one, because I'm not sure. Probably another one will pop up, but that's probably going to be either... Well, if it's another vehicle, it might be easy just to knock it out of the park. Who knows? My poor SUV! Look at the state of it. Dropped the kids off at the play school and had the police... And the police had closed the National Park Drive for some reason, so I had to double back over the dirt tracks to get home. Trixie wasn't built for roads like that. Please help her look all cutesy again. XXO XXO XX. Okay. Start up. There we go. Hit the wrong button there. Ignore that. This one should be pretty easy. It's just a wash in the SUV. So, yep, we got this. Don't worry. I am well aware of how to do the controls. Ah, yes, SUV is... This is a very nice color. I recently got a new car. Well, it was a used car, but it's new for me. It's also an SMG. Not SMG. Ugh. SUV. Yes, my car is not an submachine gun. Talking to me? Who's talking to me? Hey, don't suppose you have time to fit my poor little Trixie, do you? She's all mucked up. Yes, I'm doing your car right now. It'll be a cinch. It'll be a snap. I can't snap. I can't really snap in VR. There's no snapping mechanic, at least in this game. But it'll be a breeze. But yes, I got a new car this year for work. It is an SUV. I traded it. Well, I actually did not trade it. I still have my old car, which was the Honda Odyssey. And my new car is a Honda as well, but it's a Honda Pilot, which has the space I need for work, but also it is, you know, not a soccer mom vehicle. I keep getting a notification that's like, hey, you have a new message, but then I check it and it's like, oh, there's actually no new messages. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, this should be very snappy. Very snappy job. What else about this past month? I think I've pretty much gone over everything. There was a bunch of camping trips that I did. The road trip, which may or may not count as a camping trip, is yet to be determined, which was still fun. But yeah, I've gone camping so many times this year. Went camping earlier in May. Went camping. Did I go camping in June? I might have gone camping. I've been camping so many times. I'm camping again later this year in September. And after that, I don't know. We probably have other camping trips planned. I just don't remember. But yeah, camping. I mean, I absolutely love camping. Camping is so fun. And not for everyone, though. Definitely not for everyone. I camped a lot when I was young. Went camping during the summer for multiple times, like multiple weeks, and stayed at a bunch of different places. It was great. Very much enjoyed it. But yes, I can understand that camping is not for everyone. It certainly wasn't for a few of my friends who, well, I mean, again, people are busy. Ooh, hello, my little gnome friend. You need a wash? Oop, and push him over. But yeah, it's not for everyone. People don't always sleep. Like a number of people I went camping with, they did not sleep comfortably. For me, the first night, like I said before, is always the roughest. Brake lights, bumpers. But you know, I usually have my, you know, get into my groove in the second night onwards. It always goes by so fast, though. Like, we went... Ooh, okay, here's what I'll turn this. We went, like I said, we went Wednesday through Sunday, and it felt like that is 5 days. That's one of my normal work weeks from Monday through Friday. And that crawls along like no one's business. Just like work, come home, work, come home, all of that. But when you're camping, when you're relaxing, when you're having a good time, it speeds by you. Okay, what did the message say? Hold on. Oh, that was quick. That was very quick. Yep, that was... oh, she looks so beautiful, and just in time for my afternoon catch-up with the girls. Thanks, muchly. XOXO. Oh, sorry. X... Seriously, this lady with her X's and O's. XOXXOX. Oh, she looks so beautiful, and just in time for my afternoon catch-up with the girl. Thank you so much. Yeah, here we go. More XXOs. Alright, that was... Let's see. We have... Oh! Hello, clean the penny farthing. Well, why not? They're going to do an old-timey voice for this. Came a cropper on the old bicycle. Seems an element of rust may have crept in and seized up the ruddy stop blocks. Give the old boy a quick swish, and there's a shiny threepence in it for you. Ooh, a whole threepence. Sure, we'll do this. We were talking about bicycles earlier with the Glenn Curtis. So why not? Yes, I know this. I know all this. You don't have to keep reminding me how the controls work. Yeah, these... I've never ridden one of these before, but I imagine... I mean, I think you have to get them on a running start, and then while they're going, you have to, like, get your foot up and jump up over it. Yeah. We'll use... Ooh. Are you messaging me? What-ho! Is this the water jet people? I'm having a frightful time with the ordinary. Any chance you could give it a quick whiz? That is what I'm doing right now. Literally doing it right now. You just won't stop leaving me alone. You won't stop messaging me. Hello? What's up? Nothing. Okay. Why am I getting alerts then? 82% clean already. Yeah, this is not taking long at all. Refill. No, refill. There we go. No, I want that. I get a whole threepence. I haven't played that that game. Thank goodness you're here. The most British game I think I have ever seen. Never played it myself, but I've seen other people play it, and my goodness, it is so British. Is that wood? That is wood, isn't it? It's wood. Makes sense. Handlebars would be wood for an old bicycle like this. Is this technically a bicycle, or is it its own categorization? I don't know. Would not recommend attaching an engine to this one. Handlebars. Although, knowing Glenn Curtis, he probably would have tried. Handlebars. Looking at the handlebars, I don't see any... There we go! Ta-da! Dirt Finder, I need your assistance at the mansion as a matter of the greatest urgency. Oh, this is the mayor! Yeah, that was... Ooh. What a tremendous job! He's coming out an absolute dream. If he didn't ride so beautifully, I'd flog him to a museum. Well, you still ride him. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good for you. Alright. Clean the mayor's mansion for $350. Cool. Alright, I think that it will probably be the next time we do. We will do it and we'll go clean the mayor's mansion. Maybe we'll find information on the cat. And we should probably buy some more. Can we buy more metal cleaner? Yeah. Metal cleaner is always useful. Only $10, why not? Shop. We have heavy duty, professional duty. We can almost, well, actually we can't almost, we still have over 1,000 to go before we can buy that. I own that though, but I want to get this one. That would be the dream. That's the dream! All the Prime Vista stuff is all so expensive. Anyway, let's head back to career. Yeah, so we also look like looks like we're halfway through. We also have this other like bonus jobs, which we have to do these. So there's plenty more content for us to work and talk our way through. But yes, I think we shall end it there. hopefully I can actually do one for September and not just completely skip over it like I did for July. I did talk about what I did in July, and yeah, I did. This is August. Did I really talk about... Talked mainly about July, but I mean, this is the August wash talk, so I feel like we can maybe fit both months into this one, although it's only the beginning of August, so, you know, more August is to come, but we'll talk about that in the next one. But hopefully you have enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!